Yeah, baby. Let's talk about it.
Welcome to the Couch Coach, your Thursday morning pit stop into the greatest sport on this planet. I am your host, Besho XO. I'm joined by my guy Nui, my guy Tim Jitsu.
What's up?
Look, if you're a diehard football fan, a fantasy guru, or somebody that simply enjoys the electrifying gridiron, you come to the right place. Here at the Couch Coach, we're simply a group of maybe half-ass idiots that like to pretend that we're better than the people who make millions. Because we are.
We are.
I agree.
On the Couch Coach, we kind of like to do this thing like a regular football game. It's going to be a first quarter. It's going to be a second quarter. It's going to be a halftime, third quarter, fourth quarter, and then we're going to win the game. We got our special guest, Bucchead, out today. Can't wait to talk a little Tampa Bay football today, maybe.
Let's go,
Bucks fan.
But look, without further ado, if you haven't followed us yet, please hop online right now. Go follow us at thecouchcoachclub.com. That's anywhere. The Couch Coach Club. Twitter, X,
TikTok,
YouTube,
Facebook, all of that.
It's everywhere.
Please lock
Bring
in with us.
Subscribe, baby.
Join us on the
We
couch.
love it. We love it.
I want the emails, man. I want y'all to be. This is an interactive show. You know what I mean? We're the Couch Coaches, and y'all are too. So go to get comfy at thecouchcoachclub.com. Send us your emails if you got questions, you got things you want us to talk about. Please lock in with us. But we're not going to keep going. Without further ado, let's start the Couch Coach.
Let's get it. Let's talk about
The
it.
first quarter, we always like to pop this off with what the hell happened. This is what the hell happened. Nui, talk to me. What the hell happened this week?
I really want to talk about your team first, though.
That's fine. Go ahead.
Yeah. But I'm going to give it to you right now on what the hell happened. We're going to dive into a little bit about the 70 piece put on by the Dolphins.
Okay.
Come on, man. You can't do that. 70? When have we ever seen that?
1968.
When? Not in my lifetime.
I've never seen it, and I'm old.
It's different.
3 turnovers by the Broncos. Kept fumbling the balls. Not Russell Wilson's fault. But you got to run the ball, sustain drives. The Dolphins, 726 yards total offense.
That's
some college shit.
Yeah, imagine it's 3 turnovers and they still drop 70.
That's like USC playing the Girl Scouts first game of the week.
That'd be nice. I mean, sometimes USC plays down to their competition. Obviously, we know that.
They usually play.
What happened though? Why did that happen? How did that happen?
Turnovers, man. Turnover battle. I think Mike McDaniel, what he's doing right now is definitely leading into the new generation. Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, he didn't even play. Right? And you have the new rookie running back from A&M. It's just speed across the board. It's a track meet. He's doing a lot of things as far as motionings. These guys really aren't getting press. They're getting free releases with that kind of speed across the board. They're constantly manipulating. Tua right now, and yes, I have a Tua jersey on right now. Understand.
I like it. It's clean.
I appreciate that. Understand. I'm a lefty quarterback. I love him. Got a root for him. When Tua was drafted, what did I do? I got a Tua jersey.
You did.
I said, hey, he's going to be nice if he's healthy. Now, understand, this guy is playing at a very high level.
Right.
That offense is highly, highly powered, right? The run game, the pass game. Thank you, Mike McDaniel.
Yeah.
We appreciate your services. Unfortunately, we didn't have the quarterback to get it done the way that is orchestrated with Jimmy Garoppolo, but I think the young guy, he's bringing in a lot.
And Jalen Ramsey ain't even playing.
No, he's not.
What?
And they're running the ball well too.
Today.
They're running the ball well too, which is kind of overseen with all the passing yards.
Absolutely.
So
rookie 200 yards
and
rushing?
defense travels. So I like what they're doing.
So is it the Dolphins or is it the Broncos?
Man, it's a little bit of both. But Sean Payton.
Wait a minute.
What did he say?
Whoa. I'm going to take Sean Payton.
Okay.
I'm going to let you have that.
Because he said something.
Go ahead and talk, man. Take your glasses off.
I'm going to look right at the camera, Sean Payton. I hope you watch the show, Sean Payton, because I'm going to tell you in the words of the great Rock, you are a Rudy Poo candy ass. This dude came into the building.
Wow.
Took everyone's sunglasses off, took everyone's hats off, told Russell Wilson who could and couldn't be in the building with him. This dude hadn't done anything in 2 years.
Right.
The first thing he says is last year's coaching was the worst coaching in football. But yet you start the season 0-3 and get a 70 burger. That's not even a burger. That's at least
some
4
McNuggets.
combo meals.
Yeah.
That's some extra
extra
McNuggets on the
fries.
side. That's some ice cream. Right? Yo, bro, we got some apple pie coming.
That's a
we
four for
bought
four.
the entire store.
Prime didn't
on your
even lose
ass
to
in
that.
one game.
That's right. Jesus.
Tua was unbelievable.
Right.
Yeah, he
The
did a
run
great
game
job.
was unbelievable.
He did his thing.
They could have scored 100. And they
They
let
really-
up.
They throttled down.
They
though.
let up.
Yeah.
Sean Payton, you deserve this.
You know, you know the worst part?
Because you should have been a Cowboys head coach, brother. But you couldn't wait a year because you're Sean Payton. No, I need to run my own team now. I can't wait for Bill Parcells to retire. Well, you waited. You didn't wait long enough. You went to New Orleans. You got yourself a Super Bowl. Thank you, Drew Brees. It's all Drew Brees now. We
Ooh,
see that.
is it all Drew
We
Brees?
see that.
Damn.
It was all Drew
Damn.
Brees, obviously. Okay, you called an onside kick. Good for you, knucklehead. You're lucky that shit worked. My point is this. Had he stayed in Dallas, he could have been the head coach with Tony Romo. We could have had Super Bowls, at least 2. And we could have celebrated this man, but now
see-
karma is a bitch.
See, you know
and
what?
You're
like,
in Denver.
You know what? He rolled.
Cut the promo.
He
damn.
rolled what the hell happened into him being a homer. You know what I mean? He was really angry about him in the
Yeah,
Cowboys.
about losing
Man,
that shit.
I'll always
You
be
did
angry
lose
at
to the
Sean
Cardinals,
Payton.
brother.
Keep it moving. What's your what the hell happened?
Okay, I'm gonna put my glasses back on now because we got to be fair
He
to
lost
everybody.
it.
Yeah, he lost it. Took the
touched-
glasses off, cut the promo.
What the hell happened
Macho
is
Man.
Jacksonville. We're talking about Jacksonville, the Prince, quote unquote, down there in Jacksonville. CJ Stroud, who I've been hard on, who
Yeah.
this week on the QB Huddle podcast, I gave him flowers because he deserved it. CJ
He really did.
Stroud
He
went
did
in
it.
there. My man was 20 for 30, 280 yards, 2 touchdowns, went on the road as a rookie into playoff Jacksonville
Balling.
and beat that
Dropped
ass. That
his
was
nuts.
woo 38% on
Gotta
third
work,
down
bro.
was Jacksonville.
Yeah.
Tell me how you're the Prince, how you're supposed to be up there with the Patricks and the Tuas and the Joshes, and you go 38% on third down?
We have not
Nah,
seen
you-
the shit yet.
That
Boy,
can't happen. And you weren't a believer,
we
Trevor.
haven't,
You know what?
we haven't seen it yet. I'm just waiting.
We haven't seen it.
because he was supposed to be the next best thing.
Turn this up just a little bit.
He was supposed to be the next
He's got-
best thing. That
he's-
was the best
nope.
thing that everybody has seen since sliced bread,
No.
and I haven't seen it yet.
I told Newey when he was coming out of college, he threw too many damn screens in college. He wasn't going to be that guy. He was a.
beautiful. We
I'm
all
not gonna
agree
say
on
system
that, man.
quarterback,
It's beautiful. I was
but he
never
was
a
a guy
fan
that
of
was in a
Sunshine.
great system.
Beautiful.
And he just threw the ball to his playmakers. He's not doing that in the NFL. He's asked to do a little bit more.
I mean, he looks like
Now-
a
now-
and I haven't
specimen.
seen it.
Now, with you saying that, can we finally say the system quarterbacks, this stigma that they give Ohio State quarterbacks,
Everybody's a
has to
system
be wrong?
quarterback.
Looking at Stroud already,
Listen. Everybody's a system. Let me
that's a
address
reach,
this.
bro.
Everybody's a system quarterback. You know
Yeah.
why? Because every quarterback has to fit into the system. It's up to the coaches to make sure that system fits your quarterback. Every
true.
quarterback, to an
Gotta
extent,
play amongst his
is a
skill
system
set.
quarterback because you have to be able to control the system.
Right. That's
true.
Right.
There's too many quarterbacks today. Justin Fields is in the wrong system,
I'll give you that.
right? Jalen Hurts is in the best system for him,
Oh,
and he's excelling.
see, now you're going down the path of talking about two people that I can just talk about all day. So I'm,
But move on.
Oh, man. That's
I'm
got to be a
keep moving.
segment
Let's
in
just
itself.
here's not talk about system
you're right.
quarterbacks.
Here's
in a
my what the hell happened
derogatory way.
because I'm very, very confused. All right,
Tell us.
the Raiders. What is happening with that organization? You know what I mean? Because the only thing I see is they're selling more tickets right now than the Dallas Cowboys.
Damn.
Oh my goodness.
And they're more
It's a beautiful
expensive,
stadium.
and
You've been
people
there.
are paying for them.
I've been there.
What I've seen thus far is they haven't had a home game because it looked like a Steelers home game.
It really did. Crowd was cheering for the
It
Steelers.
looked like a
man.
Steelers home
It
game.
really did.
Jimmy G throws 3 interceptions.
That's what he does.
That's what he does. Very
Yeah.
pedestrian. Josh Jacobs led the league in rushing last year,
did.
and
He
he's
was
not
out.
getting the carries right now.
He was out of-
So are
he
you
was
trying
out.
to win?
He was out.
My question are you trying to win? It was 4th and 4. You're on the 8-yard line. You're down 8. You kick a field goal. For what? With 2 minutes left? So in your mind, you mean to tell
You
me
are so angry right now.
I'm so mad because Josh McDaniels is an idiot.
It's fantastic.
Sir, you
It
are
was
ranked,
Brady
sir,
all along.
Sir, that
was always the
defense
Brady
has
system.
not been good in 20 years. I don't remember the Raiders defense ever being good.
I do.
Charles Woodson year.
That was
when
a
they went to the
long
Super
time
Bowl.
ago.
But I was
Damn,
in-
was that 20 years?
It's been a long time.
Bro,
but
they
in
were
the
really
meantime,
good in the
but in the
80s.
meantime, they have not been good.
Yeah.
This is the 30th ranked defense. Last year, they were the 31st ranked defense. So
Who?
you mean to tell me Josh McDaniels, with 2 minutes left on the game, and you only need 4 yards. You need 4 yards to get a first down, or you
Little
can go
bunch
score.
set.
Or you can go score.
Put it one-on-one
You mean to
with
tell me
Devontae
he said,
Adams.
you know what? we're going to kick a field goal, and my 30th ranked defense is going to stop them. And then we're going to score again with Jimmy G, and he's already thrown 3 interceptions.
And what did he do?
Ain't no way.
The first play. Throws a damn pick.
He throws a pick.
Oh my
Stop
God.
it.
See, we stopped him from that bullshit.
Look,
once he got 2, we were done.
You know what?
We said, hey, brother, we going to run this ball.
Josh McDaniels is irrelevant. The Raiders are irrelevant as long as they're in Mahomes, division.
Facts.
So that don't even
Mahomes
matter.
owns that
so
for the rest of his
I'm not
career.
gonna stand on what the hell happened. I'm gonna call a quick timeout. I'm gonna bring out my guy Bucchead. Bucchead, come on, welcome on to the show. Yeah.
What's up, my man?
Yeah, man.
Got a sweet jersey on, man.
All right, brother.
happening, baby?
I love that break.
He got a badass jersey.
That's what I'm
You know what I
talking
mean?
about.
Clean.
Look,
That's the real GOAT right there.
We're not gonna spend too much time on this segment because Tim can probably go on for hours after what the Cowboys did. But in this segment, man, look what happened to our teams. So this is why I got on this jersey right now. Y'all do see this is that LaDainian Tomlinson. This is that TCU jersey. I had a nice bet with a Chargers fan, the only Chargers fan I ever met in my life. He said, "Wear a Chargers jersey if y'all lose," and I'm not doing that. So I'm wearing a Chargers jersey, the legend.
But Tim just
I
wore a
got you.
jersey
I got
right
you.
there.
He
He went
disrespectfully
off.
wore that. So
went
I'm gonna
off.
pop it off. Look,
Yeah.
look, we're 0-3, but let me tell y'all, this is the best 0-3 team in NFL history. You heard it here.
You're not wrong.
You heard it here on the Couch Coach. This is the
I agree.
best 0-3 team in NFL history. We're gonna turn it around. I'm not gonna stay on it too long. We have the number 1 passing quarterback in the league. We have the number 1 receiving wide receiver in the league. We have the number 2 pass rusher in the league. Everything is almost there. We got 4 players, 4 stars that are not playing right now that they're going to change. Marcus Davenport's going to change that defense. Dalton Reisner's going to help us run the appeal. We just traded for Cam Akers. The Vikings are here to stay. Guess what? Justin Herbert just played out of his mind. Keenan Allen played out of his mind, and we dropped the pass to win the game. Simple as that.
Justin Herbert did what he does every week.
What the
But he
hell?
did throw a
What the
pick,
hell
though.
happened to your 49ers? This should be quick.
I mean,
Go.
you know what we did. We won, man. Beat the Giants, solidified 3-0, leading the division. Thank God. But hey, Glock Purdy's for real, man. He's for real. I'm tired of everybody hating on him, man.
All right, man. Before you go down this lush
We
streak,
did.
I don't hate him.
I'm really gonna go down the rabbit hole on it, but
I like
I'll keep
him.
it brief. We won. Next,
Yeah.
we won. That's what we do. We win. Next song.
it's not a lot to talk about the 49ers, but
Yeah. I don't know what that feels like, but I think y'all got a chance.
What the hell happened with the?
You coming?
What the hell happened with the Cowboys, man?
What
listen,
happened to them boys,
I
man?
had to write this down because
The Cardinals?
I get so emotional and upset. I knew I would forget some things. So I want to say, first of all, we're going to say the Cardinals. But
That
if
one
you
hurt.
look at it, if you look deep into it, the Cardinals really could be 3-0 right now.
They really could.
could be.
They really
They
could.
really
be.
could.
So they're not
I
as
told you
bad
they
as-
weren't gonna lay
We
down.
thought that they were trying to
Yeah.
lose. Apparently, they're not trying to lose.
But don't sugarcoat it for the
They're
boys.
trying to
Like,
win.
no, don't
all
do
right?
that. Don't do that.
But my Cowboys stunk in Arizona, man. Absolute trash.
man almost had
and
an
I'm going to give it
aneurysm
to
the
everybody.
other night.
I'm going to look at you. It goes from the owner to the ball boy to the dry cleaner to the valet parking attendant to the pilot that flew them to Arizona and each player on the damn team. But number 4 was the most garbage of all.
Damn.
25 for 40, 249, 1 touchdown, but 1 interception into triple coverage at the end of the game when you needed to be great. When you had the chance to win the game, $45
Use your
million quarterback,
legs.
5 red zone attempts,
about
6
black-
points.
Yeah.
56% on third. To see, I'm upset on third down. Oh, this
My
making me
man
sick.
better get his blood pressure
Please
medicine.
move. Yeah. Move on. Move on.
Yeah,
Move on.
Trash.
We gotta go.
Yeah, we're 0-3, but that display,
Next.
Boy.
trash. Hey, to our special guest, man. Look, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers came in Minnesota, handled business. It's a weird team, Tim has brought up how he's riding with Baker this year.
Yes, sir.
Talk to
Been on
me.
the
Like
Baker train.
I felt like y'all went into this game, maybe having a chance, but what happened with y'all?
Primetime football. Buccaneers since 2003, we've always had weird things happen to us on primetime football.
So y'all are not a primetime
We're
team.
not a primetime team. That's where the term primetime Bucks come from.
So you knew that was an L.
I knew. If you go all the way back to last year to where we could, even if we do win, a lot of weird things are going to happen before we win.
Yeah.
Like last year, you go back to we played the Saints last year on Monday Night Football, and they was up 13-3, and with like 2 minutes left in the game, we won the game 14-13.
That's weird.
It's weird. It's weird things happen. We drop balls. We get weird weather. Blocking is bad. People blowing assignments. People can't tackle. People get injured.
Cursed.
Bad penalties. It's It's been like that.
Where
And now
was
you
Mike
roll
Evans
to-
last night? Because for the first couple quarters, I mean, he dropped like 3-4 balls.
Man, you
that
turned the
usually
damn
he catches.
TV off. He was balling in that second half.
Well, by that time,
By that time, it was too late.
It was too late.
Man, it's
But-
stupid one hand.
Do you
catch.
see something in Baker Mayfield?
I love Baker Mayfield. I love.
Thank you.
He's
He's making me like him again.
That's a true
that.
fan right there.
I
Love
love
that.
his heart. And we talked about when we first got him. I did not want Baker Mayfield. But at the same time, people would tell you I did not want Tom Brady either. I did not want Tom Brady when we got him. I wanted somebody like Phillip Rivers because I wanted him somebody that could push the ball downfield.
Phillip Rivers
Exactly.
Oh my goodness gracious.
But I'm just saying
Versus Tom Brady?
That's a hell of a name to
Because
throw
what
out there
the
over
hell?
Tom
No,
Brady.
because if you think about it, in the Bruce Arians offense, we push the ball downfield. At that time, I'm like, Tom Brady can't do that.
But look, I've been knowing you for a
Neither
while,
could Phillip Rivers by
and
then.
you have traditionally not liked Jameis Winston, who can push the ball down the field.
There you go.
It's not
30 for 30.
Who did you want?
Jameis can push the ball down the field. He's also going to push the ball to the other team. And in the meantime, he's going to overthrow and underthrow a lot of balls. See you Sunday, Jameis.
I still
That's
think
gonna be a tough
I still
matchup
think
for
that
you
they're
guys.
going to win.
It's always is.
I think they have a very good
Always.
chance to win the
History shows
division. Still,
Me too.
Yeah, I got a good chance.
I haven't met too many Bucks fans, so it's nice to have Bucchead on, man. But without further ado, we're gonna keep it moving, man. We're just gonna go to the second quarter. This is a new segment we're gonna try out. This is called King of the Hill. Okay, there's 3 undefeated teams right now: the 49ers, the Dolphins, the Eagles. There's 4 teams that are winless right now: the Broncos, the Bears, the Panthers, and my Vikings. Bucchead, what sticks out to you?
The Vikings.
Ooh.
The Vikings. The Vikings, y'all, offensively, number one in a lot of categories. Are top 3. I don't want to say it's floors in the defense. Maybe they still trying to get under this. I have no idea. But for y'all to be 0-3 right now, it's surprising. But to be fair, y'all haven't had a cupcake schedule.
No.
I will say that.
Yeah.
Versus the other teams.
I mean, you watched the whole game. Do you think this is a team that can turn it around?
Almost definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, the game we played first quarter, y'all lose y'all center,
Right.
and that we went up the middle.
Right. With Vita Vea,
And then
of
next
course.
week, who you
Yeah,
have? You got
that's
the
what he
Eagles
does, man.
right up the middle.
Right.
Madison, he really couldn't run the ball. He couldn't even get nothing going.
Right.
So I'm believing y'all, but I wasn't seeing y'all be 0-3.
That's what sticks out.
Yeah.
Nui, King of the Hill, man. People are gonna rise. People are gonna fall, man. Like, who you got? What sticks out?
As far as the undefeateds,
As far as the undefeateds, what sticks out?
I think the Niners, man. And yes, that's a homer, but I also think the Eagles. I think the Eagles played a tough schedule. They got one of the toughest schedules in the league. I think them showing a lot of grit. That's what I would call it, especially losing some players. I think Jalen Hurts is heavily criticized by both of y'all. But
Yeah.
he gets it done.
Yeah.
These guys are a rushing team.
Are they the real deal?
I think they are, man. They've already been there, so give credit to them.
And y'all are too? You think so?
I think we've been there for a while. We just got to get over the hump. And I think adding Brock Purdy, despite some of his deficiencies sometimes, I think if he just drives the damn Ferrari, it should be that matchup. And I mean, obviously, Dolphins are dominating right now, but is that going to slow down with injuries? So we'll see.
Besides, with these winless teams, I mean, are you kind of?
I'm shocked by you guys.
Yeah.
I'm really shocked. I think you guys had a very explosive offense, though you are showing it. Kirk Cousins going into his second year, like you claimed on the preseason huddle that we had no idea about, that Kirk Cousins finally had an offensive coordinator for the second year in a row. I think that really stood out. But your defense with Brian Flores, I think you guys are just missing some things. You guys got to capitalize. I think the Broncos is a shit show. I think they have a narcissistic coach. I think he's bringing in a lot of old school ways. And then you have the Bears. Well, Bears have been a shit show for 10 years.
Oh, God. Longer than that.
Even longer than that. Like, when have they been good? You guys had a playoff game. I say that
Now,
because of
timeout,
Mitchell
we played
Trubisky.
we played in the Super Bowl in
which is,
2006.
I nicknamed him Pooh Bisky.
Right.
But
Right.
obviously,
and we
he
almost beat the
thinks
Eagles, who went on to win the Super Bowl.
I mean,
we
yeah,
know the
but
story.
and then you have the other team, And I think, man, all of it right now just ties into a complete shit show. I think you guys have a really good opportunity to turn the corner, especially with your matchup coming up this week with the Panthers. They average about 386 yards passing. I think Kirk Cousins is going to light it up. I picked him on the QB huddle as far as stardom.
Yeah.
He's been lighting them up, man.
Yeah.
I mean, they're going to be tough, but they can. I mean, they give up a lot of passing yards.
Okay.
A lot.
So, Tim, you and I, for some weird reason, both put the Cowboys in the NFC Championship game. Right? We had different opinions on which team they were going to play.
Yeah.
Does one of those win those teams that haven't lost the game?
Well,
I mean, listen, even when the Cowboys were winning those first couple games, and I talked about it here, was their deficiency in the red zone. Right. Was too many damn field goals, right? All of a sudden, that's national story. Congratulations for catching up, national media. Yeah. But we talked about it at the Giants game. I said it in a text message to a bunch of Cowboy fans. Everyone was so happy, and I was like, why are we kicking field goals all the time? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Next game, why are we kicking? That bite us in the ass. The Eagles and the 49ers are the most complete teams to me in the NFC, right? The 49ers can do it through the air, through the ground. They're very inventive offensively. They've got a quarterback that doesn't flinch, that's playing at a very high level. They've got a defense that is going to come for you week after week after week.
Good attitude.
Right? The Cowboys, I don't even know where they are there. I know it's only one loss to say that they're a mess, but they do have injuries, right? We had 2-3 offensive linemen out of the game. We still don't have that big pounding back. We are hurt on defense with our number one corners going out. If we take too many more injuries, Curse is hurt right now, we could be falling apart.
You need to call playoff Lenny, man.
So we're in trouble. We need playoff Lenny, 100%.
Playoff Lenny.
So basically, they're a tier.
Yeah, the Eagles are going to get it done through a stifling defense and an incredible running game behind what I believe is the best offensive line in football.
Would you go as far as saying that they're going to win the division again?
Yes. I always thought if the Cowboys were going to get in this year, regardless of my fandom, and if I'm being realistic, I thought it would be in a wild card spot.
Yeah.
Number 2, because I just don't think that we can beat the Eagles because our deficiency on defense is stopping the run, and no one has stopped the Eagles from running the ball. They were averaging about 8 yards a carry last night. That is ridiculous.
That's ridiculous.
That is
on that team.
We had one of the best running defenses.
I want to say here, though, I think the Vikings, out of all the winless teams, by the way, the Panthers
just don't make sense to me.
Right? They took Bryce Young, number 1 pick, and I said it then. I'll say it now. He wasn't a number 1 pick. He's already hurt. Right? He's as big as a Smurf. He's already got an ankle injury. He's already lined up behind the guard. Like, we got problems in Carolina. They're not going to win anytime soon. The Vikings are going to get a win this weekend. Feel good about that. And they're in a division that they can still win because Jordan Love's up and down, even though he had an incredible fourth quarter this weekend.
That was amazing.
The Lions, we don't know what we're going to get from Jared Goff week in and week out. Yeah. If you don't beat the Bears twice, just fold up your franchise.
Which that's gonna. Oh, let me get this. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna do mine first as far as the winless teams.
Okay.
Because when you talk about the Bears, man, there was so much promise.
So much.
A lot.
I looked at the team. I was like, you know what? They're spending some money. They got some money.
Yeah.
You know, they gave Justin Fields some weapons. And, you know, I don't believe in the Ohio State stigma that these quarterbacks can't pan out. I think that's stupid that you don't look at you look at the jersey and you don't look at what team.
Been one yet.
I get it.
He's an Ohio State fan.
I get it, but I think
this all makes sense.
I think it's like, who is the player? What is the time? Who is the offensive coordinator? But when I look at that team, I just say, damn, there is nothing to even be excited about.
No, not. There was on day one. There was when Green Bay came to town for that noon game.
The future's not bright.
Now it's over.
It's bad now.
And I don't want to spend a lot of time on that because it just looks bad. But also with the Panthers, you spent a lot of money. You traded with those guys. Yep. You sent your picks over to those guys.
Exactly.
And you took the wrong guy. You know what I mean? There's a reason why you're 0-3. You just took the wrong guy. Both of Stroud. If you would have took Stroud or you would have took Anthony Richardson, if you're the Panthers, you would be in a different situation right now.
I don't
believe
so.
that.
I think the organization itself suffers.
You're talking about two quarterbacks that need the same thing that Justin Fields needs right now, and that's the right system. And an offensive line, God forbid.
So
quarterbacks going to the Bears drown, bro. They've been drowning for years. I'm talking about
when you have the Bears that are that bad. That's one thing, right? The only thing that they have going now is they have the Panthers picks. That's the only thing that looks even decent
So they could
for
try to
them.
get their picks back.
Yeah, because they have their picks.
Right.
And then I look at the other winless team, and I look at the Panthers, and now you're stuck with Bryce with no real future.
I think Frank is going to
Well,
be
it doesn't matter
He's
because
going to be all right. They just need to protect him. I think he
that
looks
whole
very
staff
comfortable.
is going to be gone. They
That
have to
staff's
all
going to be gone. The
Justin
Panthers,
Fields is going to
the
be
Panthers
gone.
are trash.
I've told when they drafted Bryce, and a lot of people saying Bryce is going to be good. The Panthers going to say the Panthers
small,
have
man.
no offensive line.
He's small.
I've said we have no. They have. I watched my entire division. They have a terrible O-line.
They do.
but
He hasn't even gotten that welcome to the NFL
So
hit
if
yet.
you don't have a good offensive line,
I don't think he will. He's
give
pretty
me
quick.
give me a guy like Anthony
elusive.
Richardson that's gonna
He's
make
just-
up for
his
them not
frame
being
is
very
just
good.
small.
But how can you put
man. It's
Anthony
not that his
Richardson
height,
into
it's his
Chicago,
frame.
which is
No. This was me with putting them.
Oh, you want to put him in
I wanna put
Carolina.
him
You think Carolina took the wrong
I
guy?
was just bringing up both
Okay.
winless teams.
Okay.
The fact that they mortgaged their future for Bryce Young, they sent their future to the Bears, which is the only good thing about the Bears right now is they took the Panthers' future. You know what I
Facts.
mean?
Right.
I get
But then
you.
when I look at the Panthers, I'm like, damn it, what you spent all this on a damn quarterback.
Not even the right quarterback.
And not even the right one.
right one.
So, and as far as the
Damn.
win, the
Y'all don't
teams-
think he's the right one?
No, I don't think so. But I'm gonna
No.
keep moving. But as
No.
far as the teams that are undefeated, let me tell you this: in the NFC, there's a lot of 2-1 teams. That's not the case in the AFC. So I'm looking at the Dolphins with the being undefeated in a
Yup.
situation where the best is yet to come. It's gonna be very scary.
They
in a couple
haven't
of
even
months.
hit their ceiling.
They
man.
haven't.
That's crazy.
They haven't.
They
You know
just
what I mean?
capitalized on those turnovers. They did what
haven't.
they had to do.
The only
They
way they
haven't,
beat
but-
the Chiefs in an AFC title
Yeah.
game is if that game is in Miami.
I agree.
They're not coming to Arrowhead and doing all
I agree.
that.
But
They're not going
I
to
agree.
Buffalo with
I
that.
won't spend
They're
too
not
much-
going to Buffalo with
I
that.
don't think that
Arrowhead in
happens.
January.
Not in the cold
I'm-
weather.
I'm-
They're
I'm
going to
not
struggle,
going to
man.
spend too much time on that because
Miami
I
has
definitely
to
want
get the number one
I definitely
seed.
want to address one thing. I do believe the 49ers are like that.
Like
But-
what?
Hold
Like
on.
that.
They're like that. They're good.
They're him.
Yeah.
But-
I thought something.
but-
play good on the road, goddamn.
But I need to see them against some more high-flying offenses.
I agree.
Oh, I was
Because
offense.
I agree.
if those mediocre ass offenses is putting up them points that they've been putting on the 49ers, I just don't know if that's the 49ers defense from last year. That's all I'm gonna say.
We'll
It's
see.
hard to talk about somebody 3-0.
I mean, we just
You know what I mean?
stopped them for
But-
150 yards of total offense last
With that
game.
being said,
Steve Wilkes is in the booth, but we got that continuity and that leadership, bro.
oh, here you go. I know you're about
Watch-
to get riled up.
yeah, watch
with that
this
being
shit.
said, with that being
What do you
said,
mean?
with that being said, we're about to take it to
My
the
man
locker
threw
room.
a
For real, he lit a grenade bomb on my ass. I'll be damn. Hold up.
Stephen threw a grenade.
We're gonna take it to with 3 hands.
We're gonna take it to the
How
the
dare
locker
thou?
room. This is halftime. Look, this is the couch coach, where a bunch of idiots are gonna pretend that we're smarter than the guys who make millions. And why? Because we simply are. We got our
tripping.
special guest Bucchead in the building.
Buccaneers.
Look, man, this is a growing community. You know what I mean? Like this is people are tapping in.
Yeah, man, we
It's-
love it, man. We
it's-
love the
it's
views,
getting-
love the
It's
followers.
getting interesting.
Appreciate
You know,
everybody.
people I haven't talked to in a while. I appreciate y'all hitting me up, man.
Seriously.
Please keep hitting me up. It's so much motivation. Give us ideas, man. It's gonna keep growing. It's gonna keep getting better and better. In the meantime, please go follow us at the Couch Coach Club. That is at the Couch Coach Club on all social media websites. And besides that, y'all gotta tap in with the QB Huddle podcast.
Oh, we on right now.
let's
These
go, let's
dudes,
go.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, look, this they're on absolute fire. I told y'all last week, man, how
It's for
organic
real.
the show is going. It's growing on me. Like I can't wait. Like I'm talking to them about it. You know what I mean? In the background, we're talking about when it's gonna get done. I'm like,
Yeah.
damn, I can't wait till the link gets in so I can tap in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like no, like really,
Thanks.
like they really dove in this week. This was a badass week to. If you haven't listened to it yet, this is a great week to listen to it. Man, Tim, tell us a little bit about the QB Huddle.
Yeah, Brandon and I are a couple quarterback geeks, so we just like to sit down and
little
we
nerds,
watch the
like
games
to-
every
like to
Sunday
watch.
anyway, and then we'd get on the phone and break down every quarterback from the weekend. And we
Point
decided
blank.
let's put that on a podcast, and it's been receptive, very, very
Absolutely.
receptive by people,
Yeah.
man. We got a call from Tracy Flemings, the old owner of the Oklahoma Thunder.
Shout
where
out to my boy,
Brandon
man.
won
That's my
7
dog
national
right there,
championships. I coached him to a national title with the Thunder
Yep.
in 16, and he could stop talking about how much he enjoyed
That's
the show,
awesome,
and
man.
that made me feel so good, man.
Yeah,
And,
man.
Brandon, guys, tap in because Brandon's got a nugget in there about Tua and Sean Payton from a year ago that no one's talking about.
Yeah.
It's a huge piece, and he gives you his fantasy
Jim, man.
picks every week, and he's simply on fire. So tune into the QB Huddle podcast at youtube.com/@QB Huddle.
Yeah, I mean,
And I
look,
haven't missed on these fantasy picks, man.
You do not.
I haven't missed yet. Hey, I ain't gonna lie.
look,
we on right now.
the league
Lock
revolves.
in.
It literally revolves around quarterback play. Maybe too much. You know, maybe there's too much
Never.
emphasis on a quarterback.
Never.
But you know what? If
Never,
you didn't
never.
know,
They also
because
have
a lot of these programs don't have enough time to deep dive into quarterback play.
We are the only one out there that's doing this.
Point
we did
blank.
a lot of
There's
research.
not a lot of podcasts doing this at
We
all,
are the
man.
only
Lock
one
in
that,
with us.
that
Point
talks
blank.
simply about quarterbacks. We have a good flow. We're going to dive into some college stuff as the year goes through, and when the season's
tight.
over, we're going to talk deep about the college draft class
Boom.
Yep.
and who we think should be number one and what we think it should look like, the landscape, and we want to hear from you.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely.
Look, we're leaving the locker room. You know what I mean?
Let's
we're
go.
winning the game right now. Maybe up a couple touchdowns.
Like
Let's
it.
roll into the third quarter.
Pause. Hey, Eli. Is it still recording? Let's do that again. You can still do it.
We'll have to clap again.
We're good.
It is?
Yeah, we'll have to clap again.
Give him a
Give him
clap.
another clap.
All right, let's go.
Halftime, go in the third quarter.
Let's go. We are back in this thing.
Let's get it,
Yes,
baby.
sir. We are winning right now. We're probably up 2 touchdowns or something like that. So let's keep it rolling to the third quarter. This is one of my favorite segments of the whole show. In the third quarter, this is the pigskin stock market. Who are the risers? Who are the fallers? Our special guest, Bucchead, give me your
Talk
team.
to us.
What team is rising? What team is falling?
Team that is rising right now, Pittsburgh Steelers. And it seems like maybe they have a lot of stuff going on, but when I'm watching them, George Pickens and Kenny
Be
Pickett
nice.
are a dynamic duo.
Does Najee Harris play?
He's still, he's going to get him with the.
Hey, he had a
he's-
solid game last week.
there.
Yeah, this past
He's going to
game,
give them
man. He
their
did
first
his thing.
downs. They
It
did
was like
31,
70
32.
plus.
They
He's
little
doing his
catches,
thing.
you know. So I'm going with them. My rising
Yeah.
team. My team that is falling, I'm going to be honest, I don't like them, even though I did the Chargers.
Even with the win?
Even with the win.
Oh,
I
my
just-
goodness.
It was ugly, wasn't it?
It was ugly. It was
ugly.
like,
Especially that.
Because it should have been a
going down.
loss.
whatever that,
Yeah.
what was that?
But it wasn't.
That was pretty
that,
bad, man.
that play call. I mean, if you didn't see it, that was one of the worst. They
was
should have. They
terrible.
would have
He
already
does
had the
that
game
all
over
the
with.
time. Analytic guy,
He,
right?
Hey,
The
look,
numbers say.
he should be top.
No.
Brandon Staley should be top of the
That is
list of people
terrible.
who get fired with a really good team.
I agree.
Dude.
So
Yeah.
top of the list. Him and Josh McDaniels should be neck and neck.
And you have a monster of a roster. You have a
Yeah.
great team offensively and
Right.
defensively.
So basically, you think they're
The
falling because
coaching
of the
is
coach?
holding them back.
Okay.
I like
Louis,
that.
risers and fallers.
My risers are the Cleveland Browns.
Yeah.
I just think they have a dominant defense, averaging 188 of total yards.
Okay.
They've had some tough games, 2-1. Is Deshaun Watson back? He had an 80% completion game. Looked
It
really
looked
solid.
better. It looked better.
It looked better.
Yeah.
He looked like himself, and I know that we knocked him bad last week.
Because
but
it's not the flashy.
it just
it's not the
I'm
flash.
not
that we
used to
see.
that guy.
Yeah.
Like I need that guy to come back.
Yeah.
Just don't
Right.
get suspended. That's all I'm
Gotcha.
saying.
But they have a favorable schedule going into the second quarter, which helps, right?
Yeah.
I think they got a good chance, especially with that defense. Deshaun, you take care of the ball. You sign back Kareem Hunt. You got Ford rolling. I think they continue that, and especially Amari Cooper had a nice game last week. So does that chemistry continue to build?
Yeah.
Elijah Moore stepped out there. I've been waiting on him because
Waiting
I
on
thought
him.
that was
too.
going to be a great fantasy pick. You know, coming in, he's starting to show.
I think we're just seeing,
why
seeing
he
who
left.
he is. Yeah.
Right, and so, but I got my fall team, the Denver Broncos. Man,
It stinks.
it looks bad. I've never in my life seen an NFL team play that bad.
It stinks.
That was terrible.
There was no let's huddle up on the sideline. Nobody cussing each other out,
Yeah.
getting them riled up. It was like they were deflated.
The
bro.
stills of that game.
They were deflated.
The still pictures
Yes,
of that
where
game.
you see all the
was
linemen and
hilarious.
tackles.
Where people are just on the
That shit
ground.
was hilarious,
Yeah,
bro.
that was
They
pathetic.
look like the fucking little Giants.
pathetic.
Pardon my language, but my God.
Point blank. Hey.
My God.
Okay, look, God, we can go all down there.
Oh,
So-
my
Do
goodness.
they need to make a switch at QB? That's all. Let's just say that because
not-
Russell
it's
ain't been
not
playing
all
that.
Russell's
No,
fault.
it's not.
So
This
what is it?
No,
Doesn't matter.
Do they need to
It-
clean house?
it's not gonna matter.
This is more. If you want to say it's coaching, which I think it does have something to do with it, I'll give them a chance of saying it was so bad last year. You need a 2-year window. That's the only chance I'll give them. I think that's fair.
I don't think Sean
Man.
Payton wants to be with Russell Wilson.
I don't think Sean Payton's the
I'm
right
with
guy.
you on that.
I think
I
Sean
think he's out
wants
of his
Russell
league
out.
right now.
Yeah.
And it sucks to say he's a great coach, but this new wave of young
He's
guys.
not going anywhere,
So you
brother.
say you say
can't adapt.
coach.
That's his quarterback.
You say
for the
coach.
next 4 years at least.
They owe him how much? $60 million next year?
They own some bread.
So
Bruh.
he's stuck with it.
They can't get rid of him.
Tim,
He ain't been playing that bad.
well, this makes me sick. I can't stay on the Denver Broncos. It's making my stomach hurt. It's that trash.
It's pretty bad.
It's awful, bro. It's pathetic.
Tim,
And I
risers
hate
and
it for
fallers.
Yeah,
Russell.
man.
I do.
So Brandon and I, we agree a lot, and I hate this, but I got the Cleveland Browns too,
Yeah.
man.
Sorry, I'll be a villain
Deshaun
sometimes.
Creepy Watson looked 100 times better last week than
told
he
y'all
did
about
the
that
week
defense.
before. Let me
The
tell you a
defense
little
is
bit
nasty.
about that
told
defense.
y'all,
I'm going to
man.
dive in just a little bit. They only gave up 94 yards to Ryan Tannehill and the Tennessee.
Yeah, he looked like
Titans,
Tanny Poo last week.
right?
God.
Smothering.
5 sacks, 16% on third down.
Smothering.
That
Give him a
Cleveland
chance.
defense is real. Now, to be fair, we don't really know who Tennessee is because one week they give us Tannehill, one week we get Tannehill, the next week we get Tannehill again. So we don't know who Tennessee
What's
really
their
is.
identity?
But
'Cause
what
it's
I
not
do
Derrick
know,
Henry right
what
now.
I do
It's
know
not.
is Cleveland has an opportunity with the way that the Bengals have kind of taken a step back, the way I feel like the Baltimore Ravens, and we'll talk about this later, are taking a step back. I do feel like the Cleveland Browns, this could be a chance for them to ascend if Deshaun Watson continues to look like he did last
He's
year.
got to be
that.
consistent, man.
Yeah, I like that. Who's your faller?
It's Dallas Cowboys. And I'm not going to get into it except for this. I'm just going to say this. We've already talked about the injury bug. We've already
A
talked
fall.
let's talk about
Y'all
the
gonna be
penalties,
mad as hell
13
with this
penalties,
episode.
right?
Yeah.
I think we broke some sort of record. We had more penalties
Yeah.
than the Raiders have hookers. I mean, but we got to play San Francisco. We got to play the Chargers. We got to play the Rams. We got to play the Eagles.
Twice.
And based on what I saw Sunday, I'm just talking about the next couple weeks.
Oh yeah.
And based on what I saw Sunday,
Second quarter looked rough.
if I'm being fair, I don't know if any of those games are winnable if we play like we did on Sunday. So for me, it's got to be the Cowboys have fallen, and they've got to find a way within that locker room to galvanize throughout the injuries, throughout the BS they're going through, and figure this out, shut out the noise. And you need to get a win this weekend at home against New England Patriots.
That's going to be tough.
It's real. Look, man, I've been telling y'all about a player on this team, and then they inserted another player, and it looked damn near the same. My risers is the Colts, man. Shane Steichen has got them boys together. You know what I
Minshew's
mean?
no slouch.
No, not at all.
Shane
He's a
Steichen's got them
serviceable
boys
QB. He
together.
does his
You know what I
thing.
mean?
Got
Honestly,
confidence.
they were trying to figure some things out. Now I knew it was going to be a slow process, but everything is kind of looking a little bit better.
Right.
You know what I mean? All parts of their team is looking a little bit better. I think they mend this relationship with Jonathan Taylor. Remember, he's just sitting down on the couch.
Moss is
You know what I mean? So if Jonathan Taylor comes back, and I think he is who he's supposed to be, this team is gonna
Oh,
skyrocket.
he's that dude.
I know it. You know what I mean? This
He's
team
that
is gonna
dude.
skyrocket because the Jags don't look like they can win this division.
doesn't look like it
Not
anymore.
the way they play.
Can Anthony Richardson stay healthy though? He's already out.
But see, I
But
don't
you
know.
got- you got
because
Gardner
of this
Minshew.
week.
You
I
got
don't know if it
Gardner.
matters. You know what I mean? I just
Gardner
don't know
can
if it
throw that
matters.
rock, man.
They beat a tough Ravens team,
They already
even though
showed.
they're
They already
depleted.
showed you they can beat the Texans.
Right.
And the Titans, we don't know who the hell they are. So I mean, I think the window is open for the Colts to actually do something. I think this is a team
I like
on the
it.
rise with the best offensive coordinator in the AFC. I said that.
Interesting.
I said that.
Damn.
I don't care how
Damn.
you feel. I know Andy Reid's there. I said it, and it's
Yeah,
done.
Andy Reid's
my
there.
faller, because of who they played and because of how well they played, my faller is the Baltimore Ravens. You were not supposed to lose that game.
At all.
Not
The
at all.
Bengals,
made
the
two
Bengals
bad
were on the
throws
way
on
down. The
third down,
Bengals
man.
haven't beaten
Questionable.
themselves up. You know what I mean?
They're injured, though, bro.
The Bengals have been beating themselves up.
They're injured.
We're calling the Browns the class of the division, but they lost to the Steelers.
Isn't that weird?
Right? So this
The
was your
Browns?
chance. Right now, go beat a backup, and this was your chance. And you didn't seize the moment.
Failure.
Right.
So that's a failure, and you
Damn.
fall. Bucchead, the
Damn.
next part of this is player, riser or faller. Who's your player who's rising? Who's your player who's falling?
I mean, I don't really know if he's a riser or not. He's always been one of my favorites in the league, Keenan Allen.
Ooh,
Yeah.
dog.
He's been one of my
Woof, woof.
favorites for years.
The consistency is crazy.
Every year. He doesn't get the recognition because of who he's paid for.
Yeah.
But it's kind of like,
Injuries plagued him,
And he's
too,
banged
little
up a
bit.
lot.
I mean, did you
Yeah.
see what he did Sunday?
That's insane. 17,
catches
200 yards,
and a passing touchdown.
and a passing touchdown.
Thank you to my fantasy.
What did he get
54
you, like
points.
50 points? That's what I was about to say,
He went
54
hard.
points.
He went hard.
Great.
Mm-hmm.
But
Damn,
I
he's
love
got
Keenan
him.
Allen. I love what he does. He's consistent no matter who's the quarterback is.
Mm-hmm.
Even if he gets hurt, I think the injuries are behind him.
Yeah.
Because he had about
Hope so.
a good
I
3-4
really
year
hope so.
stretch.
They already
Awesome.
lost. They already lost one big time
Yeah.
receiver. They can't afford to lose another.
Yeah,
Who's
that's bad.
falling out here?
To me, who's falling? You guys gonna hate me for this, but I'm just gonna say Lamar Jackson.
Oh, damn it. He just had what?
I haven't seen nothing from him this year to make me like.
You haven't
I
seen
like this
anything.
guy.
He's
This
throwing
guy
for
had-
600 yards.
My man can come on the
Did you
show
not
every
see
week.
that last? Man, did you not see the
Bruh.
game before that?
The game before.
Did you not
It's
see?
not a Lamar-esque game.
Did you not? Well, see, you know what? I don't like it
He's not-
because the game before that, he was sitting in
He's
the
not
pocket. He was sitting in the pocket
falling.
like the best quarterback. Nobody in the whole week was sitting in the quarterback delivering the ball like they were supposed to last week, right?
Yeah, that was a great game.
In a loss,
He just came off a great game.
I know
so
I
how's he
mentioned the
falling?
whole team, but in a loss, the man rushed for 100 yards
with no picks.
Hey, y'all settle down because the list is fluid. You can fall one week and
You're right.
rise
You're
the
right.
next.
You're right.
I don't want to say
That's his choice.
Yeah,
That's his
I'm
choice.
just gonna be honest. 'Cause even
That's
the
his choice.
Call it what it
even
is,
the first
man.
game against
Talk your shit.
the Texans, like
You know, hey,
I
look,
got
you
your
know
back.
what?
Blew them.
This
I
is
got
his
your
choice.
back here.
I can't take too much Lamar Jackson slander.
I got your
Louis,
back. I
who's
got
your
your
riser
back.
faller?
I got
your
boy.
back.
Who's your riser faller?
Don't worry.
My riser. I got your boy CJ Stroud, man.
Yeah,
what he's
man.
been able to do.
Yeah, man.
No turnovers,
a good
102 pass attempts.
Big H-Town.
Hey, he did his thing.
Yeah.
I like him. He's settling in. He always makes the right decisions right now. I think Tank Dell adding to that offense just electrifies it.
Tank.
And I see you snuck him in on our fantasy.
You saw
league.
that?
Yeah, I did. Even
With the
though he
start,
still
with
got
the
his
immediate
ass
start.
whooped this
Yeah,
week.
yeah. It don't matter. Hey.
We'll see you
going.
we'll see you in the conference.
Who's your
title
faller,
championship.
Nui?
My faller right now is Jimmy G.
Trash.
awful.
And I say that as a Niner fan, man, brother, I've never seen you play this bad. Because Kyle Shanahan just said, hey, brother, we're going to run this ball after 2 picks.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you got 4 right now. You had 4 interceptions the entire season before you got hurt.
Right.
And we
That was
expected big things from him
It's
this
in
year.
game 3.
Did we?
No, we didn't.
Yes,
But
we
we
did.
knew.
I
All he
did.
did was
Yeah.
he wins 70% of his games. However, this
was
is a
his old
different team.
coach.
Look, is it time to make a change
Not yet, but
to the Purdue the rookie
nah,
quarterback?
you,
What is
you,
it?
'cause
You know
you
what?
made the investment, so
Hey,
no.
You know what? But what type of
like
investment
Hayden.
was made? Because that
He's
dude
not
is
really
cold.
that expensive, bro.
Yeah.
Jimmy
I mean,
wasn't
think
that
about it.
expensive.
I don't know.
He wasn't that expensive.
I like that.
I don't know, man. I
That-
like
that-
Jimmy,
what
but
a
damn
trash
it, man, you gotta
organization.
start.
Go with the Big Ten quarterback. I like where
Tim,
your
Why
head's at.
not? He did his thing in preseason.
Trash organization, trash quarterback. Tim, who's your riser faller?
Golly. All right.
Cutthroat.
My riser, and it's the reason I'm wearing this beautiful Justin Herbert jersey. I got
It is
this
a
last year
clean-ass
when I
jersey.
went to the Vegas to watch them play in Vegas along with the hat. And I'm not a Chargers fan, but I do love me some Justin Herbert. I've got him rising.
He looked good.
Why? Because he was 40 for 47, 400 yards, 3 touchdowns.
He looked great.
You know what, though? He battled
That's
Kirk Cousins,
crazy.
who is... Look,
should have been a pick.
Kirk was 32 for 53 touchdowns, but he did have that interception that did in the game. which
He threw
really
the
hurt.
ball right in the dude's hands.
But my guy's
dropped
got
it.
my guy Justin Herbert in 3 games, 939 yards, 6 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, a QBR or a quarterback rating of 112.9.
You see, that's my fantasy quarter.
I
You
would
see
take
what you had to
Justin
go up
Herbert in
against, right?
Dallas or Chicago any day of the week,
You
my
can't
friend.
send any quarterback to Chicago. You can't.
Who's your
failed.
faller?
Now I
Stop
could
saying
I
that.
could go with the low hanging
That's
fruit
done.
and really
If I was
beat up
Caleb
on
Williams,
Dak.
I'd be like,
Don't
no.
keep
Even if it's
beating up
Tom
on
Brady.
But
Dak.
I've already beat up
No.
on Dak on the QB Huddle podcast. Look for that.
Uh-oh.
But you know what? Everyone's going to hate me now, including you.
Talk your shit.
I got
Let's go.
Lamar Jackson, bro.
What?
And let me tell you why.
Tired of this.
Let me tell you why. Not
This
only did he
is-
lose to Gardner Minshew,
This is unacceptable.
okay? Let me tell you, you just heard numbers from Justin Herbert for the year, right? Let me give you Lamar's numbers for the year. 3 games, 608 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. He's been sacked 5 times. He's got 193 yards on the ground with just 2 rushing touchdowns. He's not killing it.
At all.
He's not doing it. And he laid a complete egg this weekend.
You see
22
how they
for
trying to do us,
31,
bro?
202, 0 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. That's not...
That's but
If,
see,
if that's
but
what
know
you expect from Lamar, that's great. But that's
you know
not what I
what?
expect.
If our expectations are, you know, what I mean,
What do you want him
stats,
to do?
0
you know what I mean?
touchdowns
If
and
our,
0
if our
interceptions
expectations
are
are stats, Justin
0?
Herbert, we all know. If you saw it, Justin Herbert should be 0-3.
But he's not.
He threw a
But he's
pick.
not. But he's
It
1 and
went
2,
right through the guy's hands.
And the Baltimore Ravens are 2-1 because they were winning games in
Lamar
that fashion
wins.
of football. I'm not gonna keep going on that.
it's a
I don't,
fluid
I don't
race.
like
Lamar
it.
wins.
I gave you
I
the
don't like
numbers.
He
it.
wins
No.
80% of
I don't
his
like
games.
it.
numbers
I don't
back
like
up.
it.
If Lamar's 3-0, we're not having this conversation.
No, but
But
somehow,
since he
Probably not.
loses in overtime
I
now,
never
he's
would've
falling.
fallen
he
him if
typically
he
always
beats the
wins.
Colts.
Okay, but let me give you mine.
Okay.
Oh my god!
You know there's not enough love in the trenches, so I'm gonna shout out to a guy who's been like steady Eddie But he's been on an absolute tear for the last year and this year. Javon Hargrave is a absolute game changer. Monster. And he's not getting the love because of the position that he plays. Yeah. Last year he had 11.5 sacks. This year this man has 18 pressures and he has 2 sacks from the interior.
Work.
Golly.
That's phenomenal. You know what I mean? That means every time they say HUD, you got to account for that guy.
You know where he's at,
I want to show him love. I think he's rising and he plays for the 49ers.
But that's why he's not getting the love.
Because
of the defense around him.
I get it.
It's my
follower is,
my
follower is, you know what? I used to hate, there was one player in the league, I used to hate looking at him.
Oh, golly.
You know what I mean? I actually like the
No,
player.
I had that
I
guy,
like the
same
player,
guy.
and I like this game. But it's like every time I saw him on the sideline, I was like, man, look at this fool. Every time I saw Eli Manning, I'm like, man, look at Eli. You know what I mean? And now the next quarterback of the New York Giants, it's the same guy.
It's the same
I'm just
look.
looking at Daniel Jones, and I'm saying, man, they paid you all of this money, and you are. I haven't seen a flash.
Of nothing.
Give me a flash.
A flicker.
I mean, you didn't see it through the Arizona game coming back?
No.
You didn't show what he was?
No.
I mean, Arizona just beat the Cowboys.
Saquon Barkley
I mean,
said,
he did
okay.
his thing too, but he still had four touchdowns.
He did. But it was a part of him.
Falling though?
I think he's falling. I think he's falling because what he got paid.
Yeah. I mean, that's everybody.
What he got paid, I need to see more.
That's every quarterback.
Quarterbacks are making way too much money.
They get paid way too much money.
With that being said, let's keep it moving. We're going to roll it to the fourth quarter. This is a fun segment. Let's give you a little background.
I like this.
This is our segment where we go on our predictions, and your host is not doing that great, if you want to be honest
at all.
Let's read off these stats as of right now. Our predictions, weekly predictions, our guests are at 50%. Keep up the trend.
Big shoes to fill over there.
All right.
Tim is at 46% right now. I'm at a terrible 43%, but I've been doing, I've been trying to ride with some people and they've been letting me down. Newey's at a whopping 59%. He's going crazy right now on these predictions.
Let's go.
Look, I'm about to do my shit.
Okay,
you better figure it out.
Okay, this segment is called The Smartest Idiot. Let's keep it rolling. Not too much. You don't have to say too much. Who's going to win this game? Okay? Point blank. Bucchead. Thursday night game. We got Detroit versus the Packers. Who you got?
Where are they playing at?
They're playing
And you need to know these
Green
things.
Bay.
Stop giving them information.
That makes a big difference.
They're playing in Green Bay.
Going Green Bay.
Let's go.
Okay.
Green Bay's, they're at home, and the fans, they hate the Lions.
They do.
The Lions are a dome team. I feel like a lot of dome teams struggle outside the dome.
Ooh, I like that. Okay, Newey, who you got?
Okay.
Why you may say that? What happened last year in a playoff situation?
That's true.
In Green Bay, Lambeau Field, ice cold.
Let
The
'em know.
Detroit Lions
Tell 'em.
got it done.
Wanna know what happened?
And they build off of this year, moving into it at 2-1. Detroit Lions got this, man.
But what happened last year was Aaron Rodgers happened. Tim, who you got?
I mean, Aaron Rodgers was playing though, right?
Exactly.
Man,
All right, whatever.
Exactly.
He did not
Hey man, we can go down a rabbit hole with Jordan Love. He's only completing 50% of his passes.
This is a little bit of a toss-up for me. I don't really know who the Packers are yet. The Lions are kind of bipolar week to week. But I'm going with the Detroit Lions to get this one. And I'm going to tell you why. Aiden Hutchinson's going to be the difference on Jordan Love this weekend.
Interesting.
Or Thursday night, rather.
Oh, yeah,
David Bakhtiari said, hold my beer.
Is he back?
Is he back?
I don't think he is. Neither is Christian Watson.
There's a very good. Hold on.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
about
a
to
big
get to
miss.
that because look,
that
the
factors
needle
in now.
moves for me. I'm gonna pick the Packers. The needle moves for me if the three stars of the Packers play. You know what I mean? If we can get 2 out of those 3 stars, I definitely say they're gonna win this game and they're gonna win it convincingly. But if David, Aaron Jones, Christian Watson are in this game, the Lions don't have a chance.
One player against that, it's gonna be a good matchup. It's gonna be Rashawn Gary against what's his name, Sewell.
Yeah, that's gonna be a good matchup.
Okay, so
It's gonna be a good
play
matchup.
right and left tackle.
The
if
next
needed.
game, this is our first international game. This is gonna be bright and early in the morning. So if
Check
you're
it out on the
confused,
Toy Story
wake
app.
up early.
Hey, Toy Story.
It's like 9 a.m., isn't it?
No, it's at 8:30.
8:30,
We got
okay.
Atlanta Falcons versus the Jags. Who you got?
It's a home game for the Jaguars. They love them up over there.
Absolutely.
They do love them.
Jaguars.
Bounce back game.
Definitely bounce it back.
Jags, easy.
Jags.
Yep.
Easy.
I think it's easy.
Easy.
I think
Wow.
it's easy.
I don't think it'll be easy because
I think
that
it's
Atlanta
easy.
defense is showing up week in and week
is-
out.
And they've
I
been
do
all right,
think
but they just got
Jacksonville's gonna
carved
bounce
up by
back.
Jared Goff.
I got
Ritter is
Jacksonville.
the worst.
They just got carved up by Jared Goff. And that's pretty much a home game for them.
Man, I got Jacksonville.
What I saw last week worries me. The Texans defense is not the Falcons defense. The Falcons defense is nasty. And I think Trevor Lawrence is about to get boxed in London.
See, this is why you're at 43%.
It might be, but I think he's gonna get boxed. I think they're gonna run it right down their throats. You know what I mean? Next, we keep going with Sunday morning. Sunday morning, Bucchead. We got the Baltimore Ravens. This is a division rival game. The Ravens versus the Browns. Who you got?
Where are they playing at?
They're playing in Cleveland.
Dog pound. Woo woo.
Baltimore.
I got Cleveland.
I got the dog pound, baby. Cleveland Browns. Big win.
Big win, huh?
Big win. Not a blowout
I would
win,
say,
but a big win. It's a big win for them.
The Ravens have a lot of injuries right now.
I worry about them.
You got to worry about that.
I worry about.
Can you build off that streak with the
defense? I worry
defense?
about this pass rush, man. Zadarius Smith, Dalvin Tomlinson, Myles Garrett. It's nasty over there. I got the Cleveland Browns at home.
What a fun game, though.
It's going to be a fun game.
What a fun game.
We got the Steelers versus the Texans. This is an interesting one to me for some reason.
I'm going with Pickett and Pickens.
Kenny Pickett, huh? You riding with him, huh?
Ride with him.
Nui? It's in H-Town.
I think CJ is due for a long day.
Really?
That defense has been showing up, man.
They have.
They really have.
Number 3 defense
really,
in the league right now.
They're really tough defense.
Yeah.
They do good with pressure of the quarterback and takeaways. But I think Kenny Pickett and that offense continue to build.
Mm-hmm.
Despite that loss to the Niners, which we made them look very mediocre, but I think they're starting to pick it up.
Yeah.
That energy's coming. And plus, man, it's Mike Tomlin, man. He hasn't had a losing season in years, and I think he just picks right off.
Picks right up.
Yep.
Tell me what you got.
Man, those are all good points. Kind of make me want to change my pick a little bit, but
Good, change that shit.
I'm gonna
so
stay
you
with
can
Houston.
lose.
Houston at home?
I got Houston at home.
Oh, my God.
I believe.
Is Stingley still out? Is he going to be out this week?
Stingley's still out, man.
Yeah.
That's what kind of bothers me.
Pickens, man.
Pickens.
Well, what kind of bothers me is like you can every team thus far has gotten away from the run against the Texans, and that's how you beat them. And I know Najee Harris has been a ghost, and I think they see that too. I think they're going to play some smash mouth football, and they're going to beat them at home. I got the Steelers on that one. Minnesota Vikings versus the Panthers at Carolina.
Vikings easy.
12 o'clock game. Kirk Cousins goes off against one of the. Really, it's not a good pass defense. I'll be honest with you. 386 yards a game.
They're hurt.
Right. I think the Vikings get their first win, and they may have a little streak, except when they run into us potentially.
I think so too.
He's going to do this shit.
Well, I look for Kirk Cousins to throw.
What does skull mean?
I look for Kirk Cousins to throw for about 500 yards and 7 touchdowns
is that like
this
some
weekend
battle zone shit?
against
Like,
Carolina. This game's not going to be close. Kirk Cousins is going to rip them up.
This is
Start him on fantasy.
this is the Adam Thielen revenge game. Look at me in the camera. He will go off.
Bold predictions.
He's going to go off. So if you got him in fancy, play him in prize picks. He's going to go off. But we're going to win by multiple touchdowns. That I don't want to talk about that.
You better not walk in
Cincinnati Bengals versus the Titans. Who you got?
Bengals. I think the Bengals they're about to go on a streak now.
I do too.
I think they got woken up the other day. Mm-hmm. I can finally put Jamar Chase back into my starting lineup.
It's crazy to bench him, right?
It was crazy.
Yeah.
I was actually trying to trade him.
Jamar was awesome last night.
He's back.
Yeah. Okay. Louis?
This pains me to do this.
It doesn't it?
It's the Bengals.
Yeah.
Bengals, who they?
Yeah. I think there's a lot of talk about, Joe Burrow, and he hears it. You know what I mean? And that's not a team that's going to take that slander like that. I think a lot of people are writing off the Bengals, and I think this is the start to their run, and they're going to beat the snot out of the Titans. I got
snot.
The Commanders at Philly.
Easy W, Philly. No, it's not gonna be easy.
Yeah, because it wasn't an easy one last year.
It's never easy when they play against Washington.
They split last year.
Yeah, they did split.
But in Philly,
didn't they beat them at home in Philly?
Even if it's a short week for Philly, they rested for 11 days.
Yeah,
and then they beat us, and it was kind of like light work, pretty much them. Easy.
Philly.
I got Philly.
Philly.
Yeah, I think Philly.
Fly, Eagles, fly. I got the Eagles, man. Of course.
Yeah.
This game's so trash to me because I hate both teams. I'm not even going to watch this game.
I don't like how the Eagles are actually heating up right now. Some guys
They
are
look
coming
pretty good, man.
Guys are coming off an injury, man.
good.
The offensive coordinator, defensive coordinators are figuring some things out. I don't like how it looks. They look really scary. I got the Eagles on this one. This is that game. This is that rivalry game, dog. Tampa Bay versus the Saints. How y'all gonna do, man? This is the Jameis Winston revenge game.
Not really revenge. We
The
beat them last year.
Jameis Winston revenge game.
It
Hype
is.
him
He
up.
still thinks about it. Trust
it
me.
has to.
When you take him that early,
He's
he
still
still
trying
thinks
to eat
about
those
it.
W's, man.
I'm
every
looking
day.
at it's going to depend on the injuries because if we don't get Carlton Davis back, I don't know how severe Jamel Dean's injury is. It's going to depend on our cornerbacks because if not, Olave and Thomas going to go hard. But I'll say that Jameis eyes in on Mike Thomas a lot. So we can shut him down, but I'm going to go with this game. It's going to be a W for us.
Like it. Louis?
Tough game. Tough divisional game. I got the Saints in this one, though. I think they give the Bucks fits every time, even with Tom Brady. So I know I'm a little bit mellow now, but this is just I can't even predict this score because this is a weird game.
It's a weird game.
But I think Jameis is finally going to get his revenge on Tampa Bay.
Yeah, this is a tough game, and what makes me nervous, I think, was watching that offensive line last night. Now, it is Jalen Carter and the Philadelphia Eagles defense, but that offensive line seemed a little suspect to me, and New Orleans has a good defense,
Yes,
and they
they
always
do.
bring it.
Top and
Because
takeaways,
this
too.
game is in New Orleans, in the Dome, Jameis does have a little bit of motivation behind him. Coming off a hard week, I think Baker's beat up a little bit. I think the Saints are going to get this one.
To me, don't let that Eagles game fool you. You know what I mean? There's no running on Tampa Bay. You know what I mean?
Tampa's still a good team.
Doesn't Kamara come back?
And it doesn't matter. That's going to make it even worse if they try to have to put him back in the offense the same week they don't have Derek Carr. And if this team is going to get forced to have to pass the ball a lot, even though I like Jameis Winston, they're not going to win this game. I think they're going to oppose their will. Finally, we're going to see a Tampa Bay running game that we haven't seen in a very long time. On
Hurry up. 'cause
Certainly
it
didn't
was
see it
boring
last
last
night.
night. It was boring as shit.
God.
This is I have no idea.
But he got to run
I
that
have
thing.
no idea how to feel about this one. Rams versus the Colts in Indy.
Oh, that's weird. That's a tough
And we
pick.
don't know who's going to be the starting quarterback of the Colts yet.
I'm going to guess it's going to be Minshew again.
I'm going to go. I'm going to go Colts. I'm going to go Colts. I'm going to go about they're going to try to build on that winning they got last week and try to put something together.
Yeah.
I think the Rams, it's a short week. They're going on the road to Indianapolis. This Rams is they're a surprising team to me. They at least put up some type of fight. I just got to take the Colts on this one.
I think LA goes in and mops them.
Mops
them.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. I think the rankings are about to change this week.
We'll see.
Okay. Tim,
We'll
what you
see.
got?
Yeah, look.
That's a bold-ass call, wasn't it?
I feel like the Rams are average defensively, and they've been a little up and down offensively. I think the Colts coming off that big win on the road, they have a lot of momentum. I feel like the Colts are going to get this done in Indy.
The defense of the Ravens was depleted.
They don't even care what we have to
I
say,
guess
really.
not.
They're
You know
just
what I mean?
they're having their own conversation,
Yeah, I
right?
guess not.
I got Indy.
We'll too.
With that being said, look, man, I think I got the Colts, man. The Rams are about to go on an actually pretty ugly losing streak. The next schedule after this is going to be a gauntlet. I think the Colts are going to keep riding. Like I said, I love what Shane Steichen is doing. I don't care who's playing quarterback. The Colts are going to win by 2 touchdowns.
Can I change my pick? I'm still going with the
You
Rams.
can't. Sorry. Next, we got the Dolphins versus the Bills in Buffalo. This is going to be must-see TV.
You said 100+ points, right? 100 total?
100%.
Must-see TV in Buffalo.
100%.
100%. 100 points between
I
the
got
two
this
teams.
a low scoring game.
I do too.
I go with my dog, Josh Allen.
I got the Bills.
Got the Bills?
I'm going with the Bills. I got to. This is the match a lot of us been wanting. It's a 12 o'clock game, which is shocking to me. But I guess their next game is going to probably be a primetime game.
Yeah.
Be a Bills.
Got Bills?
Bills.
I'm going to miss this game because I'm going to be in New York getting ready for the night game with the Jets and the Chiefs. But this is two great quarterbacks. This is a great game to watch, right? I love Josh Allen. He's amazing. Because it's only October 1st for that game, I'm going to take the Dolphins, man. If this game was in December, I'd be like Buffalo. Yeah. But because we're in October, it's going to be a nice day. It's like 60 degrees up in Buffalo. Yeah. Dolphins are going to work out. And I do think take the over, fellas. I think this is the over.
I still really, really like this Dolphins team. I think they're only going to get better, but I think this is going to be a humbling experience. Ooh. Yeah, I actually think the Buffalo Bills. 70. I don't know. I just think this coming off of that game.
It's too much. He'll blind. We're up.
The way they had to win that game.
They executed on those turnovers, man.
Yeah, there's some things that are going to happen. I think Josh Allen's going to have some turnovers, but I just don't see it happening in Buffalo. I got him winning this game. The next game is an absolute fucking toilet bowl. I mean, this should be the lowest rated game of the year.
There's going to be like
Denver Broncos,
100 viewers.
Denver Broncos versus the Bears. Who you got?
Do we have to?
This is in Chicago. Somebody has to win.
I'm a rock, paper, scissors myself to figure it out.
Call a tie on this game. Mercy. You got two teams who just got embarrassed.
It's the battle of the winless.
One lost by 40 or by almost 40. Well, yeah, they lost by 40. Another one lost by 50.
Race for first overall pick.
Anybody got a coin? I flip on this one. I don't know. I'm gonna go.
It's hard.
It's hard. Like nothing in my head can formulate to be like
so bad.
To formulate like an actual pick to be like, oh yeah, I'm confident.
Just throw a quick guess.
These motherfuckers can do this.
Chicago Broncos. How about that? But no.
The Chicago Broncos are gonna win the game. I love it.
No, I Bears.
No, who you got?
I got the Broncos.
Yeah.
I think they're pissed off, man. Yeah. We'll see.
Oh,
I think the players are more pissed off.
I am going to change my pick to the Broncos. I forgot.
You see
What's Collins was just crying.
Yeah.
What's Collins just crying in the press
Sick of losing, man.
When they lose, when they cry, they win.
Yeah.
Right. When they cry, they win.
Took it from me. You took it from me. Go, Tim.
Bear down. Hell no, they're not going to bear down. They're bearing right the hell out. I'm going to tell you what, if the Broncos lose this game, the entire organization needs to take 2 weeks off and quit, okay? And that's anybody that loses to the Bears. I'm sorry, Mark Watson, man. I love you. I love the Bears. I'm from Chicago. But no way in hell the Bears should beat a bunch of grown men that just lost by 70.
Not at all.
Or whatever they lost by, 70. They got 70 points put up on them. As grown professional athletes, you have to win this game.
Yeah, I mean,
it's pretty bad.
For me, that Chicago's secondary is just, I don't know. I like the players that are in it too. Right. Like that's why I don't get it because I actually like some of the players that are in the secondary. I think Jerry Jeudy getting healthy. Mims on his 4th game. Sutton looks sharp.
Finally.
And Russ hasn't really looked bad. I think they air it out. They're going to destroy them, actually.
I think the Broncos got it.
The only thing about the Bears I like is
I got the Broncos. Let's roll over to the Sunday afternoon. We got the Raiders versus the Chargers in L.A. Actually took a little bit more thought than I thought.
It's a lot of thought.
Oh, because he had them as the fallers.
No, I had them as the risers. No.
You had the Chargers as the fallers.
Yeah.
I'm going with the Chargers. The Raiders, they're spinning. They're spinning down here. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
I got the Chargers, man. I think they get it done. Their offense has been very explosive past 3 games. Jimmy G is going to turn it over once or twice. Hell, McDaniel may even let him throw the ball even more and probably get 4 or 5 picks. So, obviously, it's got to be the Chargers.
Yeah.
I got the Chargers running away with this one. I saw the game last year in L.A. in Las Vegas, Chargers versus Raiders. Chargers did work in that game. They're going to do work in this game at home.
I think this game is going to be stupid close for no reason. It's just literally going to be like which coach does something stupid first, and then I think the Chargers. Yeah, but I think the Chargers are going to ultimately win that game.
Straight shitbirds.
So I mean, this team is hot. Both teams are hot, if you ask me, and it's a division game. Cardinals at the 49ers. Who you got, Bucchead?
49ers. Cardinals riding through how they cocky right now.
You think they're cocky? I don't think they're cocky.
Extremely cocky.
I think they feel fortunate. They're not. They shouldn't feel cocky.
I love the Josh Dobbs clapping back at Michael Parsons though.
Yeah.
Oh, that little video.
Yeah, I like that.
Man.
Who you got new? Is this with your homer pick?
I'm gonna be honest, man. Yeah, it is a homer pick, but I'm gonna tell you this, man. We're not coming in cocky, right? Like the Dallas Cowboys were when they got beat.
Mm-hmm.
Little shots fired there, but this is a divisional game, right? Cardinals have been known to upset the Niners when we have winning seasons.
Yeah.
However, Kyler Murray's out.
Yeah.
So I feel good about Josh Dobbs and that defensive line going at it. I think we're really going to do some good things there. I got the 49ers winning.
Cool.
I wouldn't say big, but I definitely think it's going to be at least by a 10-point margin.
You know, I would say the Cowboys lost that game with the Cardinals because they couldn't stop the run, and then they were inefficient when they got in the red zone. The 49ers can stop the run, and they're very efficient when they get into that red area. So I'm going to take the 49ers in this one because they won't have the deficiencies that the Dallas Cowboys showed last week.
I mean, this is come on, y'all know where this is at. This is in Santa Clara.
Another home game, baby. We're 15 and we're 16 and 1.
They're going to absolutely steamroll the Cardinals. This is going to be boring very fast. This is not going to be close. I got the 49ers. This is a very interesting game.
Uh-oh.
This can go a lot of ways.
Sure can.
The Patriots versus the Cowboys.
Ooh.
In Dallas. Bill Belichick coming to Dallas. Who you got?
This game can go a lot of ways. I'm looking at Cowboys. They're embarrassed right now. They're going to try to do a little montage for Zeke, whatever, to get him in his feelings and stuff. I got the Cowboys winning this one.
I got the Cowboys bouncing back, man. I do. I think that game, I don't know if it was a fluke or not, but I think if they really focus in on hindering just Dak, just taking it away from him and not asking him to do so much and just run the ball and play hard-nosed defense against Mac Jones. He doesn't look very good in the second half of games. He starts off pretty decent. I think the Cowboys run away with this. Another double-digit game.
Double digit.
Talk to me.
I do.
Double digit.
I do. Yeah, at least get 10 on.
I struggled with this game a lot. Was I going to be a homer? Look at what the Patriots are doing, but I think Mac Jones is going to struggle this week. I think our pass rush will be on point. I don't think it was ever Bill. I think it was always Tom. So I'm not even going to give the credit that Bill Belichick's coming to town. I think the Cowboys get back on track. And here's the thing. This is a game. This is one of the next 5 games that they should be able to win, right? There's 3 games in there that we question if they can win. This is a game that they have to win. Okay.
That's why they lost to Arizona.
Look, here's my thing about the Cowboys. Even after that loss, I still believe in the Cowboys. I still think they're a really good team. I just think they're going to need to get kicked in the teeth one more time. I think the best way to go beat them is if you can oppose your will, if you can run the ball. And I think you're going to get a very angry Zeke Elliott. I think you're going to get a heavy dose of Ramondre Stevenson.
He was nice this week.
I miss him.
They both were nice. They both played so complimentary of each other. I think they're going to be able to run the football very good. And look, the Patriots defense is probably the most underrated defense that I've seen in a very long time.
They really are.
If you're going to talk about defenses, I think they should be in the conversation because they smother people.
Yeah.
And I think we're going to see it again. I'm a roll.
Don't say it.
I don't like it. But if I want to catch up in the rankings, I got to do something crazy.
Look,
another upset.
I'm gonna say this as a Cowboy fan, and every Cowboy fan out there is gonna feel me, and this is gonna resonate with you. It's gonna hurt to see Zeke Elliott score even one red zone touchdown and have us not be able to score in the red zone. That's gonna hurt.
It should. I got the Patriots on this one. Let's roll to Sunday night. Kansas City versus the Jets. This is probably going to be cool.
Man, Tim's going to be in the building.
Yes, sir.
That's why we got the jerseys right here.
40-yard line, watching these two. Well, not that quarterback, but watching that quarterback, Mahomes.
Yeah.
Sadly, that quarterback's in L.A. still.
Damn.
Yeah, Miami. If I'm a gambling man, I'm going to take Mahomes and the Chiefs at least by 10 points.
Yeah, same.
I think Chiefs going to dominate.
And I really want to give you the JETS, Jets chant right now, but I'm going to.
That ain't happening, bro.
Oh, So Patrick Mahomes is going to have a huge night.
I mean,
He's gonna have a big
I can't
night.
wait to see it. Last time I saw Patty was on primetime last year against those Buccaneers. He did the turnaround, hoopla, shoot the bucket
That's
for
live.
a touchdown. Can't
That's
wait
live.
to see what he does tomorrow night.
I fucking
At
like
least you're
that.
going to a game where he should put
Sunday
up a lot of
night.
points.
He did that. I was like,
I think he's gonna put up a lot of points. I think
Yeah.
maybe we've overrated this Jets defense a little bit. I think they're still really good.
Agree.
I just don't think they're like the top half of top 10 defenses.
Right.
I think they're the bottom half.
Yeah.
And I
That
think
Hard Knocks
I think
got you
Mahomes
credit.
is gonna exploit them. This is gonna be ugly. This is why I don't even like this on Sunday Night Football, but I like watching Mahomes on Sunday Night Football. I got the Kansas City Chiefs. Last but not least, our Monday night game. Another weird one. I don't know. You got Seattle Seahawks in New York playing the Giants.
K-Walk gonna struggle against that defense, but I love K-Walk. I'm gonna go. We'll go Giants. It's hard. It's a hard pick, but I'm just looking at the Giants. I just got the Giants.
Playing some good football. What you got, Nick?
Didn't Jamal Adams come back this game?
We'll see. We don't know yet. You never know.
Unsure.
He's
Unsure, but I ain't gonna like
Never know.
that. But hey, I got Hawks.
Hawks
Yeah, I got
Hawks?
the Hawks.
Yeah.
I got the Hawks
in New York.
Yeah, New York.
I mean, this game's in New York. The Giants play very good at home, particularly on prime time if they're not playing against their division.
true. about
So
that.
I look for maybe Darren Waller sighting this Monday night. We haven't seen him do much of anything.
Right.
Daniel Jones may be a bounce back. I look for the Giants to win this game.
Man, it's something about this Seattle team. They're pretty damn good. You know what I mean? I
Right.
think they're gonna fly under the radar.
Right.
I think this is gonna be another one of their good wins. It's gonna be on prime time. I got the Seahawks beating the Giants there, and I think I'm gonna find my way back in the league.
We'll see.
I guess we'll see.
I mean, that Rams pick is kind of crazy, but
Well,
I'm
hey,
gonna just
look,
roll
man.
with it.
This is a fun episode.
I loved it, man.
This is a fun episode.
Good
Look,
stuff.
this is the Couch Coach again. Like I say, we're just
Absolutely.
a bunch of half-ass idiots that are pretty much smarter than the guys who make millions because we are. You know what I mean? This is a forever growing community, so please lock in with us, man. At
Do
the
that.
Couch
Lock in,
Coach
baby,
Club,
lock in.
everywhere. Your Thursday morning pit stop into the greatest sport on this planet. Shout outs to our producer, Mark. Everything that you do is amazing.
Appreciate
Big
it, brother.
Mark.
My
Thank you.
guy. And without further ado, play my theme music, dog. We out.
Peace.